Good evening, and welcome to the City of Groton Mayor and Council special meeting for Monday, May 10th, 2021. We'll begin with a salute to the flag. So Bruno, will you lead us off?
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Our invocation will be conducted by Pastor Joseph Coleman of St. John's Christian Church. Pastor Coleman.
I got to take this mask off before I fall out. All right, let us bow. Our Father who art in heaven, we come at this time as this great ceremony. We ask that your presence be in the midst of us. We ask you to bless the man that we're about to honor, swear in. I ask that you give him the wisdom of Solomon and just bless him, dear God, in what he has to do. Bless his staff, and most of all, bless his real helpmeet, his wife. And we thank you and we praise you for this gathering and the encouragement of being sworn in again. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Reverend Coleman. Good evening, and thank you for being here tonight. It is because of you that I'm standing here as your mayor, and I thank you for your support. I want to congratulate the City Council and the clerk on your election and recognize the past councilors and clerk that I have served with over the past 4 years, and for councilors that I've served with when I was deputy mayor and when I was a councilor. Thank you for your service. Before I start, I want to acknowledge some of the dignitaries who are here in attendance. Hopefully I will not miss anyone. We'll start with Lieutenant Governor Bicewitz. Thank you for coming tonight and for swearing us in. Representative Connolly, thank you for being here. Is that Joe? Okay. Representative Dela Cruz, thank you for coming. I appreciate that. Our most recent mayor, Marion Galbraith, is here. Thank you. Is Deb here? Okay, she wasn't able to make it. But Deb Patrick just retired with 22 years of service to the City of Groton, and I want to acknowledge her for everything that she's done and for the contributions that she has made to the City of Groton. We have town councilors Aubrey and Parker here. Did I miss any other town councilors? Well, I said Parker. Yep. Nope, I got her, I think. And that is the welcome. So once again, welcome to the official ceremonies tonight. I will now turn it over to Lieutenant Governor Bicewitz for her remarks.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much, Mayor. I wanted to start out with some thank yous because we would not all be here were it not for some really great and special people. First, I want to thank everybody who ran in this election. Politics can be a very rough and tumble in towns and cities and in our beautiful state. But it gives us a debate and gives people the opportunity to choose. So to all of the candidates, whether you won or lost, thank you for getting out there and engaging voters. We also will be celebrating Veterans Day at the end of the month. And I think it's important to say thank you to our veterans who have literally put their lives on the line so that we can enjoy the freedoms that we enjoy in our state and in our country. So I want to ask all of our United States military veterans to please stand so we can say thank you to you for your service. Come on, it's not just, we know there's a lot in Groton. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your service and for giving us this great privilege that we enjoy in our country, which is to choose our leaders by voting. And then there's an unsung group of heroes that sacrifice, that serve, that support, and I am speaking of the family members of the elected officials. God bless you. I'll give you my husband's cell phone number, so if you ever need counseling from candidate spouses and elected official spouses, you could call him. But we'd like all of the family members to please stand so that we could say thank you to you for your service and for what you've given up so these great people can do what you do. Come on, don't be shy. There's more of you. Now, I just will point out that your applause was louder than what these folks are going to get. It's usually what happens, I'm just saying. So thank you, because you have been incredibly patient and generous, and you should be applauded for your service. And finally, I want to say on behalf of the governor and myself, thank you, Keith Hedrick, and thank you to the counselors who've been in service. This COVID pandemic has been so difficult, and it's really underscored how municipal leadership in collaboration with state leadership and with our legislative delegation, thank you, Joe Dela Cruz, thank you, Christine Connolly. You have been great partners, and you, Keith, and your fellow counselors have been wonderful partners, and it's why we are one of the best states in the country to fight COVID. So thank you very much, Keith and company. And then I'll just say to those newly electeds, God bless you, and thank you for having the courage to step forward and serve, because I know it's not easy. It will be fun, it will be frustrating, but it will be rewarding, I promise. The other thing that I want to say, and take a look at these great people who are behind us, is that government is at its best when it is inclusive and diverse. And I'm very happy to see that half of our counselors are women and half of them are people of color. So you have a council that looks like the city of Groton. Congratulations. So with that, it is my very great honor to bring up elected officials, and we're going to start with Mayor Keith to get the oath of office. Or wait a minute, let me just check the rosters, see who we're doing first. Yes, indeed, we are going to swear in Mayor Keith first. And if you would step right here, and please raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Groton, so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge according to law the duties of the office of mayor to the best of your abilities, so help you God?
I will.
Congratulations. All right, I'm going to do one thing, which I haven't done during the pandemic, but I am fully vaccinated, and you are too, right?
I am fully
I'm going to give you a hug. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. With that, I'm going to invite Counselor Gwen Depot to come forward, please. Yeah, that's good. And raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Groton, so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, your duties of the office of city councilor to the best of your abilities, so help you God.
I do.
Congratulations. And are we going to do Rashad Carter via Zoom?
Rashad Carter is available on Zoom.
Okay.
Councilor Carter, are you available and are you unmuted? Yes, I'm here. Okay.
Oh, excellent. Okay. So, Councilman Carter, let me just say thank you for your service as a state trooper, and thank you for your service on the council. And I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Groton, so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, your duties of the office of City Councilor to the best of your ability, so help you God? I do. Excellent. Congratulations, sir. All right, we're going to ask Councilor Lisa McCabe to step up. All right. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Groton, so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, your duties of the office of City Councilor to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations. And we're going to ask Paul Norris to come forward. Councilor Norris. All right. If you would raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Groton, so long as you continue as citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, your duties as a city councilor to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations. We're going to bring forward Christine Piazza. All right, if you would raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Groton, so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, your duties as a city councilor to the best of your abilities, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations. And we're going to invite Councilor Stephen Sheffield up. You would raise your right hand. All right. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, the ordinances and charter of the City of Groton, so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, your duties as city councilor to the best of your abilities, so help you God?
So help me God.
So help you God. Congratulations. Okay, and City Clerk, we did not forget you, Madam Clerk. What's going to happen here? There you are. Okay, we're going to ask you to come forward, please. All right, if you would raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, the Charter and ordinances for the City of Groton, so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, the office of City Clerk to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it has been such an honor to swear in your very competent, qualified, highly motivated, and hardworking City of Groton officials. It is such an honor for the governor and I to work hard for Hartford, to work hard for you in Hartford every day. So thank you so much for this nice opportunity. Mayor.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Bicewitz, for doing this. This means a lot to me, and I'm sure it does to the council, but it means an awful lot to me. So thank you. Before we get started, I want to recognize staff members that we have here. If it were not for the staff, we would not be able to get any of the things done that we get done on a daily basis here. So if staff could please stand, those of you that are here, and be recognized. Thank you for being here. I also want to recognize the boards and commission members who are not here. Some may be in attendance, but most are not. And without the help of volunteers, we cannot do the daily business of the city of Groton. Having said that, if you know of anybody or know that yourself would like to be on a board or commission, please contact us. We'd love to put you on a board or commission. So thank you. So tonight, I want to talk about the historic significance of the past 4 months. For 4 months, all eyes have been on the city of Groton. We have conducted a primary and a general election. It has been 30 years since a primary was conducted against an incumbent mayor in the city of Groton. There has never been a write-in candidate in the city of Groton. The only other successful write-in candidacy in Connecticut was in 2005 when the Waterbury mayor was successful. Additionally, there was a tremendous voter turnout for both candidates. After the primary loss, my wife and I talked about the past and the future and whether or not to continue in politics. In the days that followed, hundreds of people came to us and asked me to run in the general election. They were unaffiliated, independent, Democrat, and Republican voters. I had no money, no campaign committee, no plan, but I had the will of the people at the grassroots level to run. My wife gave her support to my decision to run, and for that, I thank her. Bruno? Thank you for being behind me. I met with a couple of trusted advisors to discuss whether or not to run and whether or not to continue. I was asked, how would you feel the day after the swearing in if you do not at least give it a chance? In the end, we formed a committee and set out to educate voters on how to fill out the ballot for a write-in candidate. The challenges to this task are huge. Not only did I have to earn the vote, but I had to teach the voter how to complete the ballot. My analogy was like pushing wet rope up a hill. In the end, we were successful. I want to publicly thank those on my team for your support and your courage to go against mainstream politics. Most importantly, I want to thank the grassroots efforts of the voters that allowed me another term to continue to move the city of Groton forward. This election revealed some differences in vision and in the fundamental governance of the city. This election does not have to be one ideology over the other. We can embrace green initiatives and still balance the budget through a phased approach and the use of federal and state resources to help us meet goals. I hear the cries for equity and parity in our community. I am committed to the healing of our community to make us stronger, and in the end, I ask for your help in bringing our diverse community together. I reach out to everyone in this room, and I reach out to everyone in the audience and all those members in the city of Groton to help bring the city of Groton back together again. For those of you who are first-time voters, congratulations. Please don't let this be a one and done. I need your help in uniting the city of Groton. Stay involved in your community. Join a board or commission. Tutor or mentor our youth. Volunteer at the library. coach youth sports. Be the one who brings unity to our community. Let your passion for our neighborhoods bring the city of Groton together. I serve all residents of the city of Groton, those who voted for me, those who voted for my opponent, and those who did not vote. If you have questions or concern about what the city of Groton is doing, please reach out to me at mayor@cityofgroton-ct.gov or at 860-446-4103. Facebook and Twitter are convenient outlets, and they may make you feel better, but they are not legislative tools. Stay informed by watching or attending meetings. So what does the future bring? I'll briefly discuss some key areas for the future of the city of Groton. COVID-19. We continue to operate under COVID-19 protocols. The municipal building and Groton utilities are open for business. We have kept both employees and the general public safe using COVID protocols. We were able to have the beach open last year, and this year we will bring back the concession stand and relax many of the restrictions put in place to keep us safe. We conducted concerts in the park last year and will continue to do so this year. Our parks are open and Little League is happening this year. As we move forward, we will slowly get back to a new normal. We have been successful with COVID vaccine clinics at the municipal building, and a couple of weeks ago, we brought the vaccinations to Branford Manor and will continue to expand vaccines to all populations. Economic development. Economic development is essential to growth in the city of Groton, as well as establishing a sense of place and a sense of space for its residents. We're studying the development options of Five Corners and Thames Street. Five Corners development is currently at the Planning and Zoning Commission. Thayer Mahan should expand into the Groton Heights School in the near future. The Colonel Ledger property developer has started talks with the city planner. We're in discussions with a developer regarding development on Thames Street across from the Garbo Lobster property. I am awaiting official notification of a $649,000 grant for the rebuilding of docks at the Thames View Park. These will be 8 26-foot boat docks and a handicap-accessible kayak boat launch. Additionally, three properties are now for sale on Thames Street. We are continuing discussions with property owners on repurposing residential properties for mixed-use development to allow small businesses on Thames Street. Policing. During the Black Lives Matter protests last June, Chief Spellman and I were at the municipal building. We encouraged people to speak, and we listened. Several one-on-one meetings occurred, and from that, we organized the Police and Community Together PACT Committee. This committee is a group of concerned citizens, advisory in nature, to help bridge the gap between the police and the community. The focus is on the youth of our community and the diverse community itself. In December, the PACT handed out 500 backpacks to students who needed them. Recently, PACT members helped with the handing out of over 3,000 packages of food at Washington Park and St. John's Christian Church. We have found that this approach is the right approach for the city of Groton. Our police officers are equipped with body cameras, and we recently joined the state radio system to ensure complete radio coverage over all of Groton and the region. We have conducted de-escalation training, and we have the state's only certified Autism and Law Enforcement Education Coalition, ALEC, trainer on staff. Our police department is a reflection of our diverse community. Officers practice community policing as a philosophy and have for many years. They will continue to work together with our community to bring positive outcomes to the city of Groton. Other issues. 3 years ago, we started evaluating resiliency in general and the impact of sea level rise, specifically in the city of Groton and Groton utilities. We currently have a study ongoing to help us determine the impacts of sea level rise and the procedures, policies, and protocols needed to address this. Zoning will require evaluation regarding expanded flood zones and freeboard requirements for building. The identification of infrastructure strengthening will allow us to use federal funds and that will become available in the future years. We installed our first electric car charging station at Washington Park, and we'll install a second station at Eastern Point Beach later this year. We are also continuing to strengthen our relationship with Electric Boat and Pfizer to help strengthen our community and help them with the forecasted growth expected in the future. In closing, The future looks good for the city of Groton, and I look forward to leading us into this future. Again, thank you for your confidence in me and for your support. Council, please take your positions. Turn it off. Mute it. Thank you. Councilor McCabe, will you please read Resolution R-21-5-72?
Resolution R-21-5-72. Therefore be it resolved that by a majority vote, the city council. Gwen Depot is selected as deputy mayor of the city of Groton to serve until the next regular election. I so move.
We have a motion?
Second.
We have a second? So we have a motion and a second.
Councilor Carter, say something.
Councilor Carter, I wait.
I own.
Councilor Carter, you are recognized. You have the floor.
Okay, we didn't discuss this. I just, wanted to make a motion to amend R-21-5-72 to select Stephen Sheffield to serve as deputy mayor. Stephen Sheffield has been on the.
Okay,
council
Councilor Carter, hold on. So you have a motion on the floor to amend the resolution to recommend Councilor Sheffield as the deputy mayor. Is there a second?
Second?
Okay, there is a second. So we have a motion and a second. It is now open for discussion. Councilor Carter, you have the floor.
Yeah, I just want to say, traditionally, we discussed the deputy mayor. It has not been discussed. If it were discussed, I would have spoken upon, Councilor Sheffield as deputy mayor. He has the most experience as more than anyone on the council, 6.5 years. He took a brief hiatus and came back to serve the city. That's his aspiration, that's his heart, that's where it is. He also was one of the highest vote getters as a counselor, and I think, that speaks as far as our constituents go. What he also brings, not only to the community, but I think, he speaks and he is a voice for the black community. So with that said, I would like to make a motion to make, Councilor Stephen Sheffield, the next deputy mayor.
Okay, so that's the amendment. Is there any other discussion on the amendment? Council? Okay, so we will vote on whether or not to include this amendment in the,
Mayor, sir?
Councilor Carter?
I'm not sure if, I looked at the charter and I would have made a motion to move this to the next meeting so we can discuss it as a council, seeing that we did not discuss this. But if we have to select this and do it today, that's what I would do. I'm not sure. I think we have to pick the deputy mayor today, as the charter says, if I'm correct.
As luck would have it, I do happen to have the charter here. Charter says the first meeting at 8 p.m. on the Monday following the election of municipal officers of the city, the mayor and council shall meet at the usual place for holding such meetings, and the newly elected officers shall be sworn to faithfully perform their official duties. At such a meeting, the council shall choose by majority vote a deputy mayor from their number to serve as such for the term of this council. Councilor Carter, does that answer your question?
Oh, yes, sir. With that said, yes, I agree. The explanation, make a continual motion to move this, to make Councilor Sheffield deputy mayor.
Okay, do you have any further discussion? Do you have further discussion?
What's that, sir, Mayor?
Do you have any additional discussion under this motion?
No, Mayor.
Okay. Is there any other discussion from other councilors on this motion? Councilor Depot. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
So I feel like I would be remiss not to say something. I have been the deputy mayor for 6 months due to the previous deputy mayor moving out of the city of Groton. I think I come to meetings well prepared, and I attend almost every community event available, and I spend a lot of time, I invest a lot of time into the city of Groton, and I would like to continue. I don't think there's anything that I've done or any reason that I wouldn't continue, and I mean, I think I've made my case to the rest of the council already, but I didn't want to leave that unsaid. That's all.
Is there any other discussion from the council? So, Councilor McCabe.
I just wanted to say that I definitely think that Councilor Sheffield would be an excellent choice as deputy mayor, but I do think that Councilor Depot has done an excellent job in the last few months, and I think I'd like to see her continue and do the next term as deputy mayor. She does come to meetings very well prepared. She attends the city events, and I think that she has served excellently in this position, so I'd like to see it continue. Thank you.
Any other comments from council on this amendment?
Mayor, can I just add one comment, and then I'll
Councilor Carter? Councilor Carter, you have the floor.
Yeah, again, my intent is not to go back and forth. I'm in St. Thomas right now, on the honeymoon, and I thought it was important, one, be sworn in, to one, speak for Councilor Sheffield. I think that, being prepared for meetings is quite different than the community speaking for itself. Councilor Sheffield got a significant amount of votes, and I think with his experience, which is more than us, any one of us on the council, again, I think he's appropriate for the position for deputy mayor. And that's that.
Okay. Any other comments from the council? Councilor Sheffield, do you have the floor?
Thank you, Councilor Carter, for submitting my name to recommend to be deputy mayor. Again, regardless of the outcome, we're all here together to serve the community to the best of our ability. And whatever the outcome is I'm willing to accept either. And again, It's a pleasure, again, to serve the city of Groton in whatever capacity that we have. Thank you again.
Are there any other comments from the council regarding this amendment? Okay, what we are voting on is the amendment to accept Councilor Sheffield as the deputy mayor, and then we would vote on the amendment. We vote on the amendment first, and then you vote on the motion. So with that, all in favor say, we're gonna do a hands up. All in favor say aye, raise your hand. On the amendment, we are voting on the amendment. You vote on the amendment first, which is, and if that fails, then we go back to the original motion. So we vote on the amendment first, and hands up for yeah, ayes.
Councilor Powder just indicated that he is raising his hand.
Okay, so Carter, Sheffield, and Piazza. Okay, and those who all again opposed? So we have McCabe, we have Depot, okay, and those who abstention. And Councilor Norris abstains. So the vote is 3 in favor, 2 opposed, 1 abstention. The motion does not carry. Hold on, I'm going to tell you why it doesn't carry. Underneath section 5, when it talks about a quorum, at any meeting, mayor and council, a total of 5 shall constitute a quorum for transaction of business, one of whom shall be the mayor, or in his or her absence, the deputy mayor, in accordance with Article 7, Section 5. No action may be taken by less than 4 affirmative votes. So we have 3 affirmative votes, 2 opposed, and 1 abstains, so therefore the amendment fails. So we are to the main motion on the floor, which is therefore be it resolved that by majority vote of the council, Councilor Gwen Depot is selected as deputy mayor of the city of Groton to serve until the next regular election. All in favor, say aye and raise your hand. So we have Norris, McCabe, and Depot. Okay, all those opposed?
Councilor Carter.
Okay, Carter, Sheffield, Piazza. Okay, so we have 3 opposed, 4 and 3 opposed. Therefore, it is a tie, so let's go to this. Section 6, at any meeting of the mayor and council where a vote results in the tie, the mayor shall vote to dissolve such tie, but shall not vote otherwise. So therefore, I vote for this resolution, and with that, there's 4 to 3 to 0. Therefore, Gwen Depot is now the deputy mayor in the city of Groton. So the motion passes. Okay. With that, I will take a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. Thank you, council. We are adjourned. Thank you, council, for all of those of you that attended. Thank you so very much, and thank you for your support of this council and for me as the mayor. Thank you, and good night, and stay safe.